Man, I'm confused. Am I the only one feeling this? Like, becoming aware, and the more conscious I become, the more I understand, the more I learn, the more that resonates. Like, it all makes sense, but at the same time, now it's like it all doesn't make sense. It all makes so much sense that it doesn't make sense. I've I've dove through so many rabbit holes that like all the rabbit holes are starting to connect. I'm finding tunnels, little entryways that lead to each and every rabbit hole, and I'm like, okay, it all makes sense, and it has room to make sense, and it all resonates. So, and supposedly that's what we have to go through. Go with what resonates. So it's like you got all this information everywhere. You got these people saying that, like, okay, you got all the stuff Billy Carson talks about. It makes sense. It makes a whole lot of sense. 19 Keys, Rashad Jamal. What is that other guy's name? RK's, like all that makes sense. There's some stuff that I can say that don't make sense, and that I guess you would say, I don't know, that I question. And then you got David Icke and Matthias De Stefano, and then you got Ashiana Dean, and then you got Fabian, Christos Avatar. I like all these people like saying the same thing but different things about spirituality and chakras and this and that, and the soul is, and blah 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 blah. And this guy on Spiritual Renaissance channel says like, we're not the body, everything in here don't matter, the only thing that matters is our connection to God, and blah blah blah. So it's like, is our entire lives just going about our business, just finding our path to God, path to whatever? And then once we get in tune with God, like, well, then what? Like, then what do we do? Like, does our personal lives not matter? Does our, like, he says, like, Spiritual Renaissance says that we're not this body, that we're just consciousness. Yeah, that makes sense. But it's like, we're still in this body. Do I not care about this body? And then I've heard, like, even go into diets, plant-based. You got to go plant-based. Plant-based is the way to reach alignment. And I've heard that all fruit is neutral. And it doesn't matter that you reach alignment. I've heard that you can reach alignment eating junk. And so it's like, what even is, like, real? I've heard that real is not real. So, like, what even is real? What even am I supposed to do? I've heard that we're just is. I've even heard that, like, the spiritual war and everything is just created. We're creating the spiritual war. We're creating, like, we're creators, and under creator consciousness, we're creating the reality of a spiritual war. So it's like, does that mean that there's no spiritual war? And there's only spiritual war whenever we decide to look through those lenses? Like, what? I'm confused. Anyone else confused?